Hi guys, so today I have some of Spellbinders' new releases for May to share with you guys. A couple different things from their Cardmaker lines, and I'm going to work with a couple today, but I did want to show you a few others. And then they have some new stitching dies that have to do with like letters or initials, however it is that you want to use them, spell words out or just like a nice monogram or something like that. They have the add to cart, which is super cute. So if you already have that little shopping cart from a few months back, there's all kinds of fun new things that are more like plant, like garden related, things like that. I will share with you very soon. All the different things I'll have linked in the description box, so all the new collections, but I'll also link exactly to the things I'll use today. And these items were sent free of charge for my reviews, and of course I'll have pages of my own, and any links I have in the description box will be affiliate links, which means I'll make a small commission if your purchase items those links. As you know, I get samples, so yours will not look like this. They'll be packaged very differently. But I did want to show you a few new stamp sets, like they're photopolymer stamps. Anytime you order from Spellbinders, like this kind of thing, or the clear stamp of the month, they are photopolymer. In the card kits, that is an acrylic set, so that's just a little difference there. But they have some new ones, and I love this because they have like little verses, or just hope your day is special, another year older, really fun things for birthday, and the words happy birthday. They're a good size, and then they have the dies that go with it. So this would be sold together. I just have them separately because I have them here as samples. So that's really cool. And this one is like a thank you set, a really big thank you, and then the big lettering thank you that you can stamp nice and stylized like this together because it's on one. Or you can then cut them out and you have the thank and then use separate. Great, look if you emboss it and all that kind of stuff. So thanks friend, grateful for you. Just lots of fun, really nice sentiments on that one. This is a cute little koala set, and again, all photopolymer, and then you have these stamps that coordinate you guys with these little guys. Look at them. How cute are they? I would say they're about, I was going to say an inch and a half. Hey, they're about an inch and a half. So if that makes, if you can imagine that there. And then about, almost like an inch and a half square, if you can imagine the little design is in there. So really cute. And that's the larger one, so this guy is a little bit smaller. Little flowers, lots of sentiments. Today I'm going to use this one. I believe it's called Bubble Over. If I'm incorrect on that, I'll still have it in the description box there. But it is a soda can. Like, how fun and original is that? So we have the little soda can. We have the straw that has the little, bendy straw. And then it says, so delighted, you're my friend, or, may your day bubble over with happiness. Your kindness is refreshing, and it looks like a little soda. Just so cute, the way they did this. Little bubbles, little, fizz. You crushed it. Really cute. You're the coolest, just popping by to say, and then whatever it is, I love you, thank you, and happy birthday. And this one has dies that will cut the can, but what's cute about that is that it also cuts like a little slit so you can pop the straw in there. How cute is that? So if you can imagine it goes here, that little slit there will cut it right. I know it's hard to see because of my lighting, sorry. It'll cut right in here where you can slide the little straw in. Super adorable. So there is a bendy straw that'll cut out the one that you stamp, but there's also, a couple, it looks like a couple layers, so probably what you're going to do is stamp it and cut it with this one, or you can just cut a bendy straw that has some texture, or maybe layer them together, but either way you have that. And then little fizz bubbles. Oh, that's really cute if you were to layer up your background paper maybe, or just to pop them out. And then like these little guys too. And I'm also going to use it with this stripe background. Look how cool. Just like simple stripe. Really nice size stamp. A lot of times with a stamp like this, I don't even take it off the carrier. I just leave it like this. I ink it up and then I rub my hand over it. So we will work with these two today. I also want to just show you right quick the Stitched Alpha because I have the whole shebang. So I have all the different letters. You can pick them up individually. As you can see, they're packaged individually. Of course, yours will be on like a little Spellbinders carrier sheet. But like here we have F, and then it has like 5 little areas to stitch, and then it has the background. So it's the topper, that's the letter that's stitched, and then it has a background for it. Here's the I. So cute, the little I. Look at that. C, W. I would say they're like lowercase letters. If you see the style of the letters. So the Y, Z. So really cute for a little monogram, maybe on a little tag, or just on as a center or focal point of your card. But we will get to those soon. I just wanted to show them to you and give you about, let's see, this X. It's like almost 2-inch squares. You can see the 1 inch, and it's just smaller than 2 inches in the other direction. But, of course, that's the die itself. So it'll probably be like 1 3/4-ish inches. This is what looks like our Q. And of course, Q dips down, so it's a little deeper than that 2 inches. And so just to give you an idea of that, look at the G. How cute. Oh, I love the stylized G. So adorable. So what I'm going to do is grab some ink and cards and all that kind of stuff, card bases, and I will be right back. Just to start, I have a card base, just your standard A2 size card base, so 8.5 by 5.5, of course, scored at 4 1/4. I have a piece of craft card, so what I'm going to do is go ahead and stamp this, and I think it'll be cute to kind of ground this with, and then we'll do some fun things with that. So I'm just going to open this up. Again, like I said, I'm going to let this one be a little bit rough. I'm not going to use a precision press, but if you want to, you can definitely put it on a press, and that way you can redo it if you miss a spot or if you don't like the way it came out, you know. Let me see. So I'm just taking a red ink. I think that'll be fun. So it'll look really distressed and kind of old school, maybe. I don't know. It reminds me of like soda fountain for some reason. So let's get this guy. Again, I have a little thing. So this is fun. I'm just kind of going around. But if you want to streak it like this, you'll have lines in your stamping. I don't know if you can. Actually, let me show you. I've shown you guys before, but if you're new to my channel, maybe you haven't seen it. So let's say you did that. You did these streaks, and then when you go to stamp, that texture will be in there. You see that? But I'm going to do pouncing, so I'm going to do that again. I'm going to pounce this only because I have this little tiny thing, and I'll be right back, okay? I got everything, hopefully. I don't know what all I touched up in the corner. And I'm just going to take this here and just place it carefully and just run my hand over it. So this definitely has grooves because of the way it's like every half an inch or so, the stripe. And let's see what that looks like. Oh, look at that. Really cute. It's like an old-timey paper. I love this. I'm going to go ahead and trim this down, and I'll probably use like a decal edge trimmer just to give it a little something fun. So if you have a die that does that or however, but I'm going to cut this down, and I will be right back. You know, so I was cutting this down. I cut real close to just the lines, and I just want to let you know it stamps 5 1/4 inches by about 3 1/2. So this is 3 1/2 by 5 1/4. Okay, I'm going to trim it down a little bit differently just so it, you know, makes sense to put on A2, because if I have it that way, it's too... Excuse me, yeah, so if I cut it down, it's a little shorter this way than this way. So I'm going to bring it down. Basically, if I said if this is, let's see, 3 1/2 inches, that means the 3/4 inches was taken off. So I'm going to take off 3/4 inches, then I'm going to cut a matte layer, and I'll let you know what that sizing is. I cut down this black piece of paper to mat my card with. It is 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. I'm actually going to run it through an embossing folder just to give it a little texture. And actually, doesn't that look like fizz? This is the May 2022 embossing folder of the month. So I'm just going to put this on here, and I think that's a really fun kind of callback to what's going on there. And I'm going to put it like right here. Of course, I want as much texture on here as we can get so you can see it real well. I'll run this through and I'll be right back. Okay. And this is not like white core paper or anything like that, so I'm just going to go with the texture, and look how pretty. So let's glue these guys down before we continue on. And I'm simply going to stamp my little bottle here, or can, should I say, sorry. So I'm just going to glue this down, and then I'm going to glue this piece down, and I'll be right back. I'm going to do a couple things. This might be weird, but I have a marker paper here that we can color on, or color however it is that you want to do. Really, I'm just going to be doing stamping, but it's, whatever you like. I'm going to stamp this guy twice. And I'm going to stamp it on this new gray color from Spellbinders there. And then I'm also going to stamp it on just that marker paper in case I decided I didn't want to color it in. But for now, and I honestly don't need this whole thing. I just need part of it. But I'm going to go ahead and just stamp the whole thing. And same thing with this one. So I'm just going to use, on this one I'm going to use VersaFine ink. And on this other one I'm just going to stamp it with a appropriate ink that will let me either color or use watercolors or whatever it is. On that, but all I'm going to do is just, again, stamp it twice. So on here, and then we'll stamp it again on the white paper. And I'm going to do something to make it look shiny, and that'll be fun. Otherwise, you can stamp it on metallic paper, but it just takes a little bit different. Maybe you want to use Stays On, or maybe you want to do that and then emboss it, heat emboss it. Look at that. Just so crisp and beautiful. Okay, I'm going to stamp it also on this white paper, but with a ink that I can, a hybrid ink basically. So just take that and just stamp it one more time. Okay, I'll be right back. So before I get that, look, may your day bubble over with happiness, your kindness is refreshing. I mean, these are so cute. What I'm going to do is on this white one, I didn't care about how it's stamped on the top because I'm going to cut it away. But for now, what we're going to do is take this off, and I'm going to put this on here, Like I said, if I color the white space or not, I'm not sure yet. I'm just putting this on here for now. And I think I'm going to stamp that in like a really bright like orange. So I'll be right back. I'm just going to ink it up and stamp it in orange ink. And as you can see, that looks really cute just by itself. You can cut it out. You're good to go. But I might do some coloring just to add in a little color, but I'm going to let that dry first. But essentially what I'm going to do is take some packaging tape. Ooh, sorry guys. I know that makes an ugly noise. And I'm just going to put it over the little can to make it shiny. And really, I don't need any of this to have that. You know, I probably got too much. I probably need it for this one. So let me just put this to the side right now. I'll use this on the next one. But on this one, I just need that top part to have it up here. I'm just going to cover that with packaging tape. Okay, it'll make sense in a minute if you haven't seen this trick before. With this one, what I'm going to do is maybe just add a little color, like with a marker, and just bring in some color just so it's cute. I'm going to do yellow. Of course in the background I put that red just because I like the way it looked, that soda fountain color. And I'm just flicking, and of course you can do, you know, your whole color blending if that's what you want to do, but for now I'm just kind of bringing some of that color in here. Super cute. I think this is dry. I don't really want to put the tape on it if it's not, but I think we're good to go. And on this one, I just want the bottom part of this anyway. Actually, I can still use that bottom part too. So this is what I want to do with this. And to be honest, I might just add a little piece. I guess we could cover the whole can, because now that I see that silver part at the bottom, I could have put this on there. So that we get the whole thing. Okay, so what I'm going to do is run these guys through. So just like this, I'm going to run it through my die cutting machine. Of course, I'm going to tape this down, and when it comes out, this area is going to be shiny, this area will be shiny because it's on here. Same thing with this guy. I'm going to run the whole thing through, and I will be right back. So here are my pieces now. We have a little Frankenstein to do, so we can have this shiny top with this. Now you can either cut this off and place this on top. It's going to have white edges at some point because of the gray, or just cut this completely out and pop it in the center of this, which is what I think I'm going to do, but you can do this however you like. Of course, you can just cut off these areas and pop them in here. It's just that they're going to have different backgrounds. So for what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to just follow these lines right here. And whenever you do something like this, you want to follow like on the black line, because whenever you lay it on top of the other one, that black line will just magically line up, you know? So I'm just going to cut this one down here. Right around here. It does lose the black line there, but just keep following it as best you can that you think it's going to come around here. And this is just how I'm choosing to do it, but maybe you'll have a different way to cut these to put them together. So I'm just following those black lines, and same thing down here. It's like when you stamp something, you have like a little dress or something, and you stamp it out like a printed pattern. So when you come over here, it'll just match up. I'm going to pop this on there, and see it has the gray lines around, but this part's colored like this. Sorry, I'm just going to glue these together, and I'll be right back. And then we have a little opening right here. Isn't that cute? Oh my goodness. Okay, I'll be right back. Weight on top of that just to keep those pieces together. I have this paper that's like really pearlescent, kind of silvery white. I'm just going to use this die, the one that has like little embossing, and just cut a straw. Again, you can stamp it and then cut it with the other die or however you like. I'm just going to run this through, and I'll be right back. Bring our pieces back. Look at this little straw. I'm going to pop it in here like this. There we go. Just want to open that up and get in there. It's a little bit different because of the plastic I put on there. So it'd be something like this. I'm going to glue that. And again, this little straw is a little thinner, a little more stylized than the other one's a little bit larger. Or you can even use the other one as a background, or however you want to use this, of course. I'm going to hold that together until it stays. Something like that. And I'm going to put some dimensionals on the back of this, and I'll be right back. And really fun card, I think, for like a teen or a little more masculine or however. I mean, you can decorate this up however you like. Of course. So cute. Well, you know what? I didn't really plan where I was going to pop this. I mean, we can actually put it this way too. If you had, you know, maybe a thank you from the other set or something like that, you can also put those words with it. I'm going to put this guy like right here. And yeah, it's just a lot of patterns and fun things, and I am going to finish it off with a few little like rhinestones just to pop some here and there. Excuse me. And I always like going with like some larger ones and smaller ones, or however. Sorry. So I like to have like a larger one and then a couple smaller ones. That's just the kind of thing I like to do. And what's nice about these guys is that you can reposition them if you're not exactly where you want. Just don't push them down too hard. You know, with the rhinestones, just do it later. Once you're happy, then give them a good squish. But that is today's card with some of the new release items. Really cute, just really eclectic and fun. And there it is. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Thanks so much Spellbinders for sending these items for review. And I left the center just open so it looks like more like metallic. But it's whatever you like, of course. Alright guys, thanks for watching. I'll see y'all at the next one. Bye now.